Benzer tells us about a time when he didn't understand how best to help Sandra overcome a problem, when finally the penny dropped and he understood something that most women want from their husbands.
You have come from a more extreme situation, as in that you were married, so you came from a place where you did respect each other very much, to a place where there was no respect probably because you got divorced, and then you remarried. So there must have been a steep learning curve onto building back that trust and learning how to get Sandra's respect again. Could you, in a nutshell, could you give me an idea of how you went through that journey?
It's very hard to put it in a nutshell because, like I said, there's actually no start, middle and end to it all. It's getting to know Sandra and bringing it to the point where I was thinking of her at the beginning when we were going out and dating. Then, as we got into the marriage, it was the newness of it, and with all the other problems that we had.
So you had excess baggage to deal with.
We didn't deal with those issues.
Right.
When we got into, from day one, they should have been dealt with right there from the beginning, so that we carried on our marriage as we meant to go on.
Right.
Because of that, those various issues kept cropping themselves up. So, and so it became like a woodpecker effect. As in a tap, 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 until eventually you hit through that hole, and then it became a hole in it, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where it just became such an issue that we were always, no matter what happened, we'd always be at each other's throats in one way. That's probably what was the main wedge.
Yes,
that caused the split. So coming back to now to the point where we are respecting each other more is because we've got Jesus in our lives now where we didn't have before.
Right, okay.
And that really is the glue that holds our marriage together.
Okay, so it's not so much about going to church then,
no.
It's the relationship.
It's the relationship we have with Jesus that actually keeps us together, which helps us recognize our differences in the way we handle our problems.
Right.
And also in resolving those problems, because we do have a third person within the marriage.
Who's always
and our counsellor, whom we go to,
right,
and whom we are actually saying responsible for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's one thing we didn't have in our first marriage.
Right. Okay.
And that, I think, was the problem. We handled it we tried to do everything in our own way.
Okay.
I'm beginning to see that a husband's protection is a much wider topic than I had suspected. Much more than just keeping her from obvious harm's way. Benzer brought home that point through a simple, considerate act. Listen to her. Next week, Judy talks about the unseen efforts of a wife protecting her husband. I hope to see you then. God bless and bye for now.